Welcome to the best A.C.A.N I've ever witnessed. This magician went up to a group of people and he said, "Can I perform a card trick for you?" And they agreed. He started off by showing them that the cards were nicely mixed up and in no particular order, and showing them that all 52 cards was here and there was no duplicates. Then he asked for 2 volunteers. 2 come forward, so I'm going to call them Spec 1 and Spec 2. He handed the cards to Spec 1 and he said, "Give them a table wash." So I give him a table wash. He says, "This really gets the cards mixed up." He says, "Take some cards from the middle or the bottom and throw them on the top, just to give them a really good mix up." So he did that. And he carried on swashing them round like so. He said, "Now when you finish, square them up as best as you can. And then hand them to spectator number 2. And he can mix them up in any way he chooses." So he starts squaring the cards up. Now I think he found it a little bit difficult because he hadn't squared such a mess up before. But he managed to do it, and he handed the cards to spectator number 2 and he gave them an overhand shuffle. Then put the cards on the table. Now the magician said to spectator number 2, "Do you want to cut the cards a few times?" So he cut the cards a few times, like so. And he says, "Would you also like to give the cards a triple cut?" So he gave the cards a triple cut. And then he says to spectator number 1, "Would you like to give the cards a cutting?" So he gives the cards a cut. And he says, "Normally magicians ask you to pick a card." He says, "This is spectator number 1, but I want you to name a card, any of the 52 cards in the deck." So after a bit of thinking, he came up with the card 3 clubs. So I'm going to write 3C for short. He says, "Right," the magician says to the spectator, "Right, there's 52 cards in the deck. So I want you to think any number from 1 to 52. It's a completely free choice." So after a bit of thinking, he came up with a number 18. Now he said the same thing to spectator number 2. "I want you to think of a card, any of the 52 cards in the deck, and name it." But obviously you can't go for the 3 clubs because that's already gone. Well, after a bit of thinking, he came up with a card, the 10 of spades. I'm going to put 10S for short. He says, "Likewise, I want you to name a number 1 to 52. But obviously you can't have 18 because that's already gone." So he came up with a number 23, I think he says. 23, let's put that down. Right, then he says to spectator number 1, "I want you to start dealing cards onto the table face up, 17 cards exactly, and then place the 18th card face down by the side here." So spectator number 1 takes the cards and he starts dealing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and he placed the 18th card down by the side of him. Now he said the same thing to spectator number 2. He took the card. He said, "I want you to deal 22 cards face up and the 23rd down by the side here, but you need to start from 18. So he goes 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and he dealt the 23rd card down by the side of him. He said, "Now carry on dealing the cards on the table and see if you can see all 3 clubs or your 10 of spades." So he carries on dealing the cards down onto the table like so. And none of the cards appeared. And I will show you that those cards into here. Now he said to spectator number 1, "I want you to look at the card you dealt face down." So spectator number 1 has a look at his card. He said, would it be amazing if it was your name 3 of clubs?" And he says, "Yeah." So he turns it over and have a look, and they're more anticipating what card it's going to be, and he flips it over and it is the 3 of clubs. Now he says the same thing to spectator number 2. I want you to have a look at this card, and he said, hang on a minute though, wouldn't it be amazing if this was your freely chosen card, the 10 of spades, your chosen number? And he's all excited, he flips the card over really quick, and there it was, the 10 of spades. And everybody was absolutely flabbergasted, even me. I couldn't believe it. And I still don't know how he did that card trick to this day. I hope you enjoyed my performance of what I witnessed, and thank you very much for watching.
All right. How about we cut the pack, huh?